Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. Welcome to Jagruthi session. It is a daily answer writing initiative by Dr. Vivekananda's Reflections IAS Academy. So we have successfully launched our Jagruthi program. This is day 5 already. Since last 4 or 5 days, all the students who have been enrolled in this program, they are striving to write their best answers. And definitely I could see lots of improvement from day 1 to today. Day 5, you have improved a lot. You are taking all the good inputs and you are able to incorporate all the suggestions as mentioned in our classes. And one request to everyone, please, especially the people who are the students who are listening through online mode in the Zoom, whenever we get late by just a bit of 10 or 15 minutes or so, kindly do cooperate with us. We are striving and working very hard to provide you quality content in the form of questions and model answers. And these model answers, you can compare it with any other model answers. You can't find any uh, a bit of similarity with our model answers, because we are uniquely preparing, genuinely preparing the content. We are not just copying and pasting from some website and all. So kindly do cooperate with us whenever we get late due to some technical glitches, etc. Don't be please so calculative like a businessman or a trader. You are going to become an officer tomorrow. You have to understand the technical glitches which we face in our day-to-day life. Okay, so let's start with our discussion today. Yesterday we have enumerated, we have discussed about the art and architecture, literature, etc. of Kakatiyas, and we have started with the social conditions of Qutbshahis also. Let's proceed to the same topic and today's discussion. That is the first question. Qutbshahis developed a distinct style of Indo-Islamic architecture over the Deccan region in general and Telangana region in particular. Enumerate any two such heritage structures. This is basically about the Qutbshahis art and architecture, their splendor and their achievements in art and architecture. As we have discussed yesterday, the composite culture which emerged during the early medieval period, during the Kakatiya period, it has become more prominent and more enhanced during the Qutub Shahi period because of the incorporation of both the Persian and the Indian elements. There was a very good blend of an amalgamation of both the cultures, which resulted in a distinct style of architecture as well, a distinct style of art as well. So in this question, the demand of this question is, they have developed a distinct style of Indo-Islamic architecture. Here actually in the question, the examiner is not asking to justify this statement, that how Qutub Shahis developed a distinct style of architecture. So if you want to write how they have developed a distinct style of architecture, you can always write, but make it short. And mostly you have to focus on enumerate any two such heritage structures. Qutub Shahis have built many heritage structures in Telangana and Hyderabad region. Everybody know that, starting from Charminar, the Hyderabad city, the planned city of Hyderabad that time. You have to always remember the architect name of Hyderabad city. Mir Momin Astrabadi was the architect of Hyderabad city, and even Charminar and Qutub Shahi tombs and the mighty Golconda fort and Dar ul Shifa, which is a medical care center, a hospital at that time, the Purana Pul Bridge, the Hayat Nagar Mosque built by Hayat Bakshi Begum. All these things are Makkah Masjid. All these are the heritage structures built by the Qutub Shahis. So in this answer, you can enumerate any two. So today I would want to pick up a answer written by a student. Wonderful answer. I would want to appreciate for writing such a good answer. So I would want to share here on the screen. See, introduction etla rasaru ee student chudandi. Qutub Shahis ruled the Telugu region during the 16th and 17th century. Okay, fine. They were great patrons of art and architecture, which reflected the Indo-Islamic influence in it, which was new to Telangana region at that time. Fair enough, very good introduction, very balanced introduction. There is no nothing to comment on this, in a negative way. Everything is positive here. So this is fine. Introduction chala mandi ee lines rastaru, many people can write. But what I found unique in this is, see student examiner ki అలవోకగా ఈజీగా అర్థం కావడానికి ఎంత మంచి ఫ్లో చార్ట్ వేశారు ఇక్కడ స్టూడెంట్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్లో చార్ట్. సి ఇండో ఇస్లామిక్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ ఎట్లుంది. మీరు దీని మీద ఒక 2-3 పారాగ్రాఫ్స్ రాస్తే మీ టైం వేస్ట్ అయ్యేది. యూ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్రెడీ క్రాస్డ్ యువర్ వర్డ్ లిమిట్. బట్ సీ దిస్ ప్రెజెంటేషన్, ఇండో ఇస్లామిక్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ లైక్ యూజ్ ఆఫ్ కాలిగ్రఫీ కావచ్చు, ఇంట్రికేట్ carvings it might be, or geometrical designs or floral patterns, animal motifs, the use of jali work as seen in the Makkah Masjid and Charminar, and arcuate style of domes, minars and minarets, etc., as seen in the Charminar and Makkah Masjid. So ఈ ఒక్క ఫ్లో చార్ట్ లో the whole Indo-Islamic justification అనేది వచ్చేసింది. So you need not write big paragraphs to substantiate your answer always. Okay. So here the student continues this by giving the example of Charminar. Charminar, I hope everybody know about this. Everybody might have, most of you have written the example of Charminar in this, and I need not describe it in detail. And after that, you can describe, mainly you can pick some big heritage structures here. You can pick up Charminar and Golconda Fort, or otherwise you can pick up Qutbshahi tombs also. They are also very prominent and good heritage structures. Qutbshahi tombs and Golconda Fort, or Charminar and Golconda Fort, any big heritage structures you can pick up and write 1 or 2 paragraphs on the architectural features and 1 or 2 historical features and 1 or 2 other related things. It will be done ante. So I don't think I have to explain you Golconda Fort lo ఎన్ని గేట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎన్ని అదర్ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లైక్ అకాస్టిక్ ఫీచర్స్ ఉన్నాయి, ఎక్సెట్రా మెనీ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. లాల్ దర్వాజా గురించి ఐ డోంట్ థింక్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ. యూ హ్యావ్ టు రీడ్ అండ్ రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్ ఇన్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్. అండ్ ఇన్ ద మోడల్ ఆన్సర్ ఐ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఉంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ మచ్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద మోడల్ ఆన్సర్. యూ కెన్ సీ, యూ కెన్ రీడ్ అవుట్ అండ్ రైట్ ఇట్ డౌన్. In this model answer, I have given 2 examples, Golconda Fort and Qutbshahi tombs. And మీరు వేరే ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ రాయాలనుకుంటే you can always write. And conclusion చూడండి, a balanced conclusion. Thus, Qutbshahis added various monuments having umpteen architectural marvels into the Telangana, in the Telangana region అని ఉండాలి, and established a composite architecture having both Indian and Islamic influence. Basically, Qutbshahis, they were from Hamdam province of Iran, as we have discussed yesterday. They have seen a very beautiful construction there in Persia. On the lines of that construction, they have constructed the Charminar, and with its influence, with almost the same features, they have did all the other constructions. This is about Qutbshahi architecture. Inka meeru, you need not go beyond this. Inka meeku emana examples teliste cheppochu. Anyone emana doubts unnaya? Any queries? Online students, please do respond. Am I clear? And one more student, I want to appreciate her answer. I'll tell later. Okay, tentative list in UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tentative list, there are many structures. When UNESCO recognizes, you can write. If you want to, if you remember the tentative list and you want to write, you can write. Okay, moving on to the second question. Second question, I think most of you might have expected this question, because Qutbshahis, their love for Telugu language and Telugu literature is been very much well documented in the history of Telangana. So to what extent did Qutbshahi patronage and support influence the evolution and enrichment of Telugu literature in Telangana during their reign? Discuss with reference to the significant literary works, authors, and their contributions. So ikkada explicit ga examiner is asking you to mention about the literary works So definitely you have to write all the names and the authors and the poets names kuda meeku gurtundali and their contributions ante valla contribution enti vallu rasina compilation enti etc. So ikkada మీరు this is one more technique, one more new style of starting an answer. మీరు ఎప్పుడైనా ఇట్లాంటి కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు, కొన్ని ప్రామినెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్ లైక్ దిస్. ఇప్పుడు ఇది లాంగ్వేజ్ గురించి కాబట్టి దిస్ ఇస్ అబౌట్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అండ్ లిటరేచర్, సో యూ కెన్ start with this good quote, simple and good quote. Language is the roadmap of a culture. There are many quotes you can read, and whatever the quote suits to the context, you can write. Usually, general studies answer lo quotes, and some people say that it is needless to use the quotes, but it is up to you. Introduction lo gaani leda conclusion lo gaani, to make it more catchy, you can write. And essay quotes are always welcome. In general essay, quotes are always, they have to be mentioned or written. So Qutbshahi period, Qutbshahis, early Qutbshahis, as you already know, as they came from Persia, initially they used Persian as their court language or official language, and they have patronized Persian language more. And later, with the prominence of, with the emergence of Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah. Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah, he was on exile in the Vijayanagara Empire during that time. When he was on exile, Agnatavasam lo unnapudu, he has developed lots of passion and love for Telugu language by seeing the achievements of literature in the Vijayanagara Empire. And he ardently, he has learned the whole Telugu language also. And from his time, when he assumed his leadership and his throne, appadi nunchi he has started patronizing Telugu language and Telugu poets and Telugu compilations. Anduke itan quote lo చాలా మంది తెలుగు కవులు, they have taken his patronage. Like examples, Addanki Gangadhara Kavi, you have to know this. Addanki Gangadhara Kavi was in the court of Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah, and he has written what? Tapati Samaropakhyanam. Kandukuri Rudra Kavi, he has written what? Niramkushopakhyanam. Ponnaganti Telanganarya, he has written what? Yayati Charitam. These texts have to be mentioned in your answer. If you might remember, this question was already asked in your prelims in a match the following question. Match the following question, it was asked. I think it was deleted later, I don't know why. So ikkada enti ante some people they have written Kancharla Gopanna first and all, order koncham meeru different ga rasaru. But if you know the chronology of Qutbshahi rulers, if you write your answer in the chronological order of the rulers and poets associated with that ruler. For example, Addanki Gangadhara Kavi, you can't write in your last paragraph in the answer, because he was a court poet of Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah. And after Ibrahim Quli Qutb Shah, evaru vacharu? Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah. Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah, he also patronized Telugu. A legacy was continued, legacy was carried forward, and under his rule, Saranga Tamaya has written what? Composed what? Vaijayanti Vilasam. Okay, so ikkada meer entante oka chronological order lo oka flow tho rase, you will get an edge over the other student. Otherwise, examiner might get an impression that you don't know the chronology of the rulers of Qutbshahi period. Anduke yesterday I have tried to read out the names of the rulers also, because names are really not important, but for questions like this, they are important. So carrying forward his legacy, Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah also patronized Telugu language and encouraged many poets of Telugu in his court. For example, Saranga Tamaya, he has composed Vaijayanti Vilasam. After Muhammad Quli Qutb Shah, Abdullah Qutb Shah. Abdullah Qutb Shah also followed their predecessors' legacy culture by patronizing. For example, Kshetraya was a musician in his court, and he has composed Movva Gopala Padamu. Movva Gopala Padamu. And Ina Tarvata, last ruler was Abul Hasan Tanasha, or some people call him Tanisha. This everybody knows. Kancharla Gopanna or Bhakta Ramadasu. He has compiled many songs on Lord Rama. Okay, and also he has compiled, this compilation is known as Dasharati Shatakam during the last ruler. So ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఒక ప్రాపర్ ఫ్లో వచ్చింది. దెర్ ఇస్ అ గుడ్ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ ద రూలర్స్ అండ్ అసోసియేటెడ్ ప్యాటర్న్స్. సో ఇక్కడ మీరు కంక్లూజన్ ఎట్లా రాయొచ్చు? హెన్స్ Qutb Shahi dynasty played a significant role in the evolution and enrichment of Telugu literature in Telangana, and their patronage and support provided a platform for the creation of significant literary works, and which continue to be celebrated even today. ఇట్లా మీరు ఒక బ్యాలెన్స్డ్ కంక్లూజన్ రాస్తే ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ డన్. చూడండి ఇక్కడ మీరు ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు సీ ఫ్లో ఆఫ్ ద ఆన్సర్ చూడండి. ఇక్కడ ఇంట్రడక్షన్, చిన్న ఇంట్రడక్షన్, దాని తర్వాత ఇబ్రాహిం, ఇట్ స్టార్టెడ్ విత్ ఇబ్రాహిం కులీ కుతుబ్ షా. సో సైడ్ హెడ్డింగ్ పెట్టి ఇట్లా కూడా రాయొచ్చు మీరు. అండ్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ దిస్ ఆల్సో, మాలికాబ రామ వాజ్ ద టైటిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇబ్రాహిం కులీ కుతుబ్ షా. ఇది కూడా మీరు రాయొచ్చు. అండ్ లేటర్ ఆన్ ఇట్ కంటిన్యూడ్ లైక్ దిస్. చూడండి, పున్నగంటి తెలంగాణరియా, మొహమ్మద్ కులీ కుతుబ్ షా, సారంగ తమ్మయ్య, వైజయంతి విలాసం, అబ్దుల్లా కుతుబ్ షా, క్షేత్రయ్య. ఫ్లో చూడండి ఇక్కడ. దిస్ ఫ్లో విల్ బి వెరీ మచ్ అప్రిషియేటెడ్ బై ద ఎగ్జామినర్. అండ్ ఐఎమ్ ష్యూర్ ఇట్లా రాస్తే ఈ స్టూడెంట్, పర్టికులర్ స్టూడెంట్, ఇఫ్ దిస్ స్టూడెంట్ రైట్స్ answers like this in each and every paper, definitely this student will be one of the toppers. Not to overboast or do something like this, but I want to show you the ideal thing. And remaining students, అందరు కూడా ఎవరైతే whoever are uploading answer on the Telegram channel, I am seeing each and every answer. I am reading them. I am not just seeing, I am reading them. Everybody are trying to write very, very good answers. But ఇప్పుడు నేను మీకు చూపించినట్టు కొన్ని మీరు ఇన్కార్పొరేట్ చేసుకుంటే, ఫ్లో చార్ట్స్ కానీ, క్యాచీ ఇంట్రొడక్షన్స్ కానీ, షార్ట్ ఇంట్రొడక్షన్స్ కానీ, షార్ట్ కంక్లూజన్స్ కానీ, షార్ట్ అండ్ స్వీట్ అండ్ క్యాచీ ఉండాలి. ఇట్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి వెరీ నీడ్ నాట్ బి వెరీ ఎగ్జాస్టివ్. ఓకే, సో ఈ సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్లో ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఎనీబడి ప్లీజ్, ఆన్లైన్ స్టూడెంట్స్, డూ కామెంట్ ఆర్ డూ రెస్పాండ్. Sir, in first question, can you please add a few more monuments? Mohammed Jabar is asking. Jabar, the question is about, already have mentioned that any two monuments already have mentioned. You can read about the other monuments in your Telugu Academy book. Very good information is given in that. That will be enough, and that should be enough. Anything else? One more student, Uday, also has written a good answer today about the Qutbshahi architecture. I want to mention here because he has drawn the plan of Hyderabad city with Charminar, the roads, etc. ఇట్లాంటి చిన్న చిన్న డయాగ్రామ్స్, పిక్చర్స్ వేస్తే కూడా examiner will get a good impression. Uday also has written a good answers, very good answers today. Nice, keep it up, Uday. But you haven't attempted the third question, Uday. You have to attempt all the questions so that you will not miss any. Okay, third question. Third question, how many people expected the third question of today? You have expected. Online students, how many students expected the third question today? Was it very much familiar question, or is it a bouncer, or like what? I was. Okay. Okay, good. Good. If you expected, then it is well and good. But some people said me that it was not expected. So this particular question, I want to appreciate one student who has written a very good, wonderful answer on this. Name of the student, K. Pooja. K. Pooja has written a very good answer. So this question is basically, assess the contribution of Rachakonda Velama rulers to the architectural heritage of Telangana and analyze the distinctive features of Rachakonda fort built by them. So this Rachakonda Velama rulers, who were they? After Kakatiyas and before Qutbshahis, there was really a power vacuum kind of situation over the Telangana region. So who were ruling at that time? What happened after the decline of Kakatiyas? As you already know, Prataparudra II was, sorry? Yeah. After Prataparudra II, he was, as you already know, he was taken, he was marched towards Delhi as a prisoner of war. Okay. And aftermath, what happened, you already know. So after that, what started with Alauddin Khilji as invasions to the Deccan and the siege of Warangal fort, and it continued with his commander-in-chief Malik Kafur. They destroyed many sculptures which are beautifully built by Kakatiyas. And after that, even during the time of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and other Delhi Sultanate dynasties, the exploitation, the temple destruction, etc., all these destructive activities, they kept on continuing. So in order to check this, the local chiefs, the then generals of Kakatiyas, ఎవరైతే Kakatiyas యొక్క generals, chiefs ఉండేవాళ్ళు, వాళ్ళందరూ they used to hold regular meetings, and they came to a common platform, and they decided to resist these attacks by the Delhi Sultans or other forces who are trying to destroy the monuments and architectural properties of Telangana. So in order to counter these forces, Rachakonda Velama rulers, Rachakonda and Devarakonda, these are called Velama rulers, they rose into the prominence with Rachakonda as their capital. And you know who founded this empire and all the details. Singhabhupala and his son Anapota Nayaka. Anapota Nayaka has constructed this Rachakonda fort. So in this question, briefly, you have to introduce by assessing the contribution of Rachakonda Velma rulers to the architecture. So we have started like this. Rachakonda Velma rulers made significant contribution to the architectural heritage of Telangana, and the distinctive style of architecture which emerged in the 14th and 15th centuries was influenced by various other factors. It might be local topography or geography, or local materials, or prevailing socio-cultural norms. Even these were the influential factors for their architectural style. Din tarvata, architecture ki religion is the main impetus kabatti. So we have written about the religion here. Rachakonda rulers were initially, they followed Shaivism. Like for example, Kakatiyas initially followed Jainism. Okay. Later they adopted Shaivism. Similarly, Rachakonda Velamas, initially they were ardent followers of Shaivism. Later on, they patronized Vaishnavism as well. But it is not like that only Vaishnavism and all. Unlike in other South Indian region, there were two sects, Shaivites and Vaishnavites. There were constant conflicts between them. But in Telangana, it was not like that. It was both Shaivism and Vaishnavism was given equal importance. Okay, so the Shiva temples, usually Lord Shiva temples, they were constructed on the plain areas or the flat areas, whereas the Vishnu temples were constructed on the hills, hilltops, or inside the caves also. As you can see, there are many Lord Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temples in Telangana and even in Andhra region also. Usually these temples are constructed on the hilltops, especially the deity, the chief deity resides inside a cave. So this style of construction is unique to Recharla Velamas, and this tradition was, largely attributes to Recharla Velama rulers. And this coming to Rachakonda Fort. Rachakonda Fort was built in 14th century, and it is located in Rachakonda, which is near the present Samsthan Narayanpur, which is in the Yadadri Bhuvangiri district or Yadadri Bhuvangiri district. And this was basically built by Recharla Nayaka king, the son of the Recharla founder, Singama Nayaka, that is Anapota Nayaka, in the 14th century. Before the construction of this fort, their capital was at where? Anumagallu. And after Anapota Nayaka came into prominence, the capital city was shifted from Anumagallu to Rachakonda. And this court also consists of a beautiful temple, Rama temple or Ramalayam, located in the southwestern part of the fort. And this temple was built with Rangamantapas, with Dhvajastambham and Prahari Hall. And there are Dwarapala sculptures inside this temple. This is also unique to Velamanayaka's architecture. Dwarapalas in the form of Lord Hanuman and Lord Garuda. These are known as Dwarapalas. And the presence of Dwarapala sculptures, this is unique to Velamanayakas or Rachakonda Velama rulers. So overall, you can conclude like this. Simple. This is a simple answer. This is a proper 200-word ideal simple answer. Overall, Rachakonda Velama rulers made significant contribution to the architectural landscape of Telangana, etc., etc. And K. Pooja also have written very good points here. I'll read out what she has written. She has introduced by saying that after Kakatiya's decline, in the areas of present Nalgonda, Mehbubnagar, an independent kingdom by Rachakonda Velamas was established. Okay, good introduction. And role played by Rachakonda Velamas in Telangana region is important as they restored many policies which were destroyed by the Delhi Sultans. This is also good. After that, she continues the answer by keeping a side heading, contribution of Rachakonda Velamas to architecture. And petty point wise. First point, they restored many temples previously destroyed by Khalji and Tughlaq expeditions. Good point. Constructed capital city of Rachakonda and Devarakonda. They had two capitals, Rachakonda and Devarakonda. Once again, good point. Bhairava temple, Rama temple were built in Rachakonda. Okay. And Rachakonda fort, Devarakonda fort, Bongiri fort, Orugallu fort were restored by them. Good point. And they have also introduced a new technology on irrigation, and they used gravity to supply water, and it paved the way for the growth of agriculture. So this student has explained in detail, but in the question, the demand of the question was to confine to the Rachakonda fort. And even explain cheyochu, no issue, very good points. They are highly relevant points she has written. But time constraint మీరు చూసుకోవాలి, వర్డ్ లిమిట్ చూసుకోవాలి. ఒకవేళ క్వశ్చన్ లో రాచకొండ ఫోర్ట్ ని మెన్షన్ చేయకుండా ఓవరాల్ కంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ రాచకొండ రూలర్స్ అడిగినట్టయితే యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఆల్ దీస్ ఫీచర్స్ వాట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ రెడ్ రైట్ నౌ. If you want me to share on the screen, I'll share చేయాలా screen లో. Sorry, you can see. Okay, nice. Okay, yeah. In the Telegram group, you can open K. Pooja's answer here. Okay, so features of Rachakonda fort. Monolithic pillars unnai. Monolithic means, carved from a single stone. Monolithic. Lith is stone, mono is one. And uniqueness lies in no usage of mortar for its entire construction. In construction lo asal mortar ane material usage cheyaledu, and kings use it to celebrate Vana Mahotsavam, etc. So that's why thus the contribution of Rachakonda Velamas to architecture in their unique style has made them popular in medieval history of Telangana. So this is about Rachakonda Velamas.